Happy Black Cat Day! In my little family, we have 3 black cats. One all black named Milo, and 2 cute tuxedo kitties who are our spice gang named Myrrh and Frankincense, aka Frankie. Myrrh and Frankie are a bonded pair that appeared at our home one day and just never left. Milo was adopted as a kitten. My mother also has a black cat. His name is Roddy. It is short for Rottweiler. A cat named Rottweiler? Yes. So Roddy was found at a very young age on the side of a semi-busy road. My mother and stepfather stopped to get him and take him to a humane society, but they were full. My stepdad caved very quickly and they brought him home. Now, before this, he claimed that the only animal allowed in their home would be a Rottweiler. Well, here was a little black cat in their home. Bam! Rottweiler, aka Roddy, aka Rotten because he's a jerk, but he's cute though. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Today I will be posting little intros about our black cats. They are beautiful. Come ooh and ah over them. Now, let's talk about other black cats. But first, black cat superstitions and maybe some fun facts. In some parts of the world, it is believed that black cats can actually help your love life. In Japan, single women who own black cats are believed to attract more suitors. In Great Britain's English Midlands, a black cat is an ideal wedding gift. They're believed to bring good luck and happiness to the bride. British sailors believed that a black cat would bring the ship good luck and ensure a safe return home. However, pirates thought a black cat walking towards you was bad luck, and if a cat boarded the ship and then jumped off, the ship was going to sink. In Scotland, a black cat arrived on your doorstep. It's a sign of prosperity. Well, that's good because Myrrh and Frankie showed up on our doorstep. Some researchers at the National Institute of Health discovered that the genetic mutations that cause kitties to have black fur may offer them some protection to diseases. Since cats can experience many of the same health issues as we do, cancer, HIV, and dementia, they make perfect models for studying human disease. I would just like to add that I do not condone testing on animals. If your black cat loves lying in the sun like ours do, you may notice some of their fur becoming lighter in color. The sun's rays break down their pigment and can reveal if there are tabby stripes underneath. Ours don't have any stripes, so the tips of Myrrh's coat is just kind of like a dusty gray. He's still cute though. There's even a superstition that black cats are witches in disguise. It's said that the base of black cats being associated with witches and witchcraft come from a black cat being seen running into a house thought to be inhabited by a witch. During the Middle Ages, all black cats were thought to be around black magic. During the Salem witch trials and other witch hunts, black cats were also killed, along with those that were thought to be witches. Did you know that there's a ghost cat in DC? In our nation's capital, there are said to be many souls and spirits that wander the halls of the Congress's home. In D.C., in the 19th century, there was also a rat problem. It is not too surprising with the city being near so many waterways. So politicians did what everyone did when faced with a rodent problem. They called in the kitties. A century ago, cats were used to help control the rat population. In time, all cats were adopted or passed away. Well, all but one. A black cat has been seen around the Capitol for over a century, running through the basement and sneaking through the halls of Congress. This cat is known to give spook to security guards and the Capitol Police as they do their nightly rounds. It has been given the name DC, short for the sweet and endearing name of Demon Cat. A spooky detail of some versions of the story warns that while DC may first appear as a small, cute kitten, it grows in size the closer someone gets to it. Apparently, it foretells misfortune just before national tragedies and changes in presidential administration. One of the first sightings of DC may have foretold the death of Quincy Adams. It has also appeared before Lincoln's assassination, the 1929 stock market crash, and the death of JFK. DC is also the only ghost who has a sports team named after it. The DC Demon Cats is a professional roller skating team and is named after the Black Cat. I wonder if it's been seen recently with all the magic of 2020. They need to notify the people of this cat's appearance. Akron, Ohio is home to the Perkins Stone Mansion. While hosting guests from the spiritual realm, they aren't all two-legged. For about a year and a half, volunteers have reported what they believe is a dark-haired feline ghost that darts into visitors' paths and brushes up against legs. Sometimes you can hear a meow or even a cute little kitty sneeze. Luckily, this isn't a random cat spirit, but one they have known and loved in the living world. Simon Perkins, a black cat who once roamed the ground as the unofficial chief executive. Simon passed in late 2012, and roughly 8 months later, sightings started to happen. That Simon would return makes perfect sense to the volunteers and employees. He lived a big part of his life in the Historical Society's offices and on its grounds. He was rescued as a kitten in 1998 until around 2009 when he moved east with his family. Volunteer coordinator Melinda's encounter happened in the fall as she was turning off the lights after a tour of the mansion. She looked down and saw a cat. At first, it didn't strike her as odd. She owns cats. But then she remembered. She was at work. She went to look again, but the feline was gone. A few weeks later, she was going through the same routine, but this time she heard little meows. She thought it was a volunteer teasing her, so she asked him to be quiet. He swore he didn't make a sound. A little later, she almost fell trying to avoid the apparition when it shot past her in a doorway. She also stated that motion-sensing alarms sometimes detect unexplained movement in a back bedroom that can't be entered without going through another room. Paula Moran was the person who took Simon in not long after he came to live on the historical grounds. He was dumped on the property as a kitten, one in a litter of 4. Animal control was able to round up 2 of his littermates, but the third didn't make it, being hit by a car. Moran fed the kitten with the intention of turning him over to a rescue organization. However, the group stated they didn't have any space. She and the Historical Society members took him on, thinking it would be a temporary thing. They even took turns on weekends to feed him. Over Christmas, the society shut down, so Moran took him to her home, and from then on, he was part of her family. Every day, he came to work with her, happily hopping into her car for the ride. At first, he had a full run of the grounds, but one evening, he didn't return. That shook Moran up, so he was kept indoors from then on. He would greet staff each morning. He would pose himself on their desks and computers, demanding attention. Being so sweet, Simon was a very welcome office mate and beloved pet. In 2009, the Moran family moved to Virginia and took sweet Simon with them. Simon lived to the age 14 and a half, only slowing down because of jaw cancer. In October 2012, he passed away. Moran said that a couple months after Simon died, she and her husband spotted him a few times at the farm that they owned. But soon, the sightings stopped. But everyone thinks it's because Simon returned home.